Okay, perfect. Still, everyone, I'm encouraging you to open your camera. Maybe just open your camera. Okay. It's fine whatever you are. I think most of you guys here is at school, so yeah, just open it. Because honestly, giving out ko talk about filmmaking and also talk about kana ganing ang akong mga listener is Pinoy Podcast because okay, so we're starting na, no? So by profession I'm teacher, classmate me ni Julius college. So by profession I'm teacher, I'm a social studies major, and currently right now I'm working as a teacher in Dubai. And this is quite new because I don't have a teaching experience sa Philippines because after the board exam, um, kay nangarap lagi tang nangarap ng mag-top sa board exam. So I did my best, nagkamuta, niya, wa man na-achieve ang mag-top sa board exam. So my decision is like, okay, I just, dili na sana ako i-proceed ang akong teaching career. So after the board exam, wala ako nag-proceed sa education, sa teacher, sa career na ako as a teacher. So what I did is nag-call center ko for 3 years. So for 3 years na naging nag-call center ko, and then after that mo na ni diri karon nag-upload ko this Dubai. And during that time I don't even have an idea if mag-teacher ba ko diri or I just go here and now what happened is that naswertean because maybe one thing na happened is pag abot na ko din niya um hiring, sorry, nag-hiring ang school, and then just randomly pass my CV. I don't have teaching experience during that time. So what happened is nadawat ko, natingala ko nganong nadawat ko. So pagkadawat na ako, so happy with that one, and also I'm glad. Now one thing is that siguro mo nadawat ko is because even though I don't have this, teaching experience, as they call it, teaching experience, they made an exemption because of the skills that I have, especially now in filmmaking. Because right now, like, gamit na gamit ka yung akong skills other than teaching sa kanaganing mga clubs ng mga bata and all this media part sa school. Ako ang handle na. So that's what happened. Anyway, hamata so good. So a quick background lang. It all started when I was at the same thing like this, educational congress. It all started with that one. Ang passion ako sa filmmaking. Ang passion ako to, to make videos and to tell a story. It all started in lang po educational congress. Now, here's the thing about this. During that time, I attended a workshop as well, conducted by a teacher that also does filmmaking. He's now in the US now teaching, and that's my turn point. That's my turn point that I discovered. Okay, I love to make videos of especially documentary film. It all started with documentary film. So now what happened next is that we made documentary films like this, like the one that you guys will you'll make after this. Okay, just this very simple workflow lang that I want you guys to understand, and also maybe I want you guys to incorporate in your films. Okay. Now I'll share my screen. Anyway, before I share my screen, I remember, um, how many groups are in here, by the way? Can someone tell me how many groups over here? Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir. You're referring to like a group of students?
Group of students, because as Sergio said, gigroup daw mo into specific, group na magbuhat sa
Yeah.
documentary.
Four actually.
Four. Okay,
Yep.
four. Perfect. Mhm. Okay. Actually, dapat sayo tang magsugod unya kay nakalimot man si Sir og share the sa link. So that's why na nadugay ta gamay og sugod. We're actually supposed to start at 1 p.m. Philippine time. Currently right now it's 10 a.m. There is Dubai.
You're in Dubai, sir?
Yeah, currently right now, yeah, I'm in Dubai, so I'll share you something more pa sa akong background at least naamoy idea kung kinsa ko ba na, like idea kung who this person talking in front of you guys. Yeah, let's go. I'll give you some context of what I do here sa Dubai. But mainly my bread and butter as of the moment is teaching. Nagtulog ko sa school mo akong source of income. But other than that, hold on. Okay, so let's start with introduction to documentary filmmaking, creating films that make an impact. All right. But before that, let me tell you about myself. I'm Cromwell Ken P. Ibo. You can just call me Sir Ken. But my students, they call me Teacher Ken. It's like I'm teaching here preschool, so- preschool, something like 9 to 11 years old. Okay, but that's my side here, teacher, but also a filmmaker, because that's where daan ako makuha akong spirit, akong passion, naman gyud dinha, and also a videographer. As for the moment, matawag na akong self as videographer because the moment I left Philippines, it feels like I also left my friends, circle of friends that who does filmmaking, indie filmmaking, and then the moment na pag-abot na ko din hiya, nag-change siya into video as a videographer. It's a totally different term, ang videographer, because it's na-focus na-focus sa events. Just like what I did gahapon, na expo. It's a Forex expo, so what we did is the mga events where the coverage of the event, uh, murag daan na napadong ako guys, dali man gud ang kwarta gud ra pod, aside sa filmmaking man gud is medyo dugay kayo ang kwarta ba niya na, we have to survive, especially in ako this Dubai. And what's the purpose of me being here kung I can't make enough money siguro, and I'm just like saving money to maybe in the future produce some films. But for you guys, just starting up, just giving you a background as well, that's what I do. um yeah, that's part of me. And also, Sir Julius is my classmate before sa college. We are very good friends. Yeah, like he used to listen to me sa akong mga murmurs and akong mga rants live, rants about sa different kind of things. Yeah, like we best friends me as we call, pero di kaya na akong best friends kay we tend to tease each other. Anyway, that's the context of me, that's background. And now let's go back with making an impact. Now, here's the thing about this, okay? Before we proceed to and talk about different kind of things about parts sa filmmaking or sa documentary filmmaking, I want you guys to like put it in your heart, in your soul, that it's all about the story. Okay? Now, The essence of filmmaking is all about telling a story. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is that um, it doesn't matter kung unsa ba na ang gamit. It doesn't matter how expensive gears you have or limited ba ang gears. Like I used to, make a film using a phone. I used to shoot that and then I try to enter it on film festivals and yeah, it wins, because it all boils down with a story. Later, I'll show you guys some of my work that I'm just using, a digicam. You know what I mean? A digicam, like a very small camera, and that's what I have before. But I was able to make films with that one. And back in the Philippines, I was always joining in film festivals, and I hope you guys, one of these, participants of this meeting, would like literally discover him or herself into the world of filmmaking. It's a totally different world, but it's enjoyable at the same time. You'll meet different people, you talk to them, and that's how you build connection. And by that connection, you able to tell story. Okay. Now, the reason why I told you about story, because okay, also remember this: story is king. Whatever story, if your story is crap, if your story is not that good, it becomes useless. The gears that you have, or maybe the money that you have, it becomes useless. Now, here's the thing about this: if you can make film idea in your mind, follow that film idea shot for shot, scene for scene, that idea worth making. Now, what I'm trying to say is that um, in documentary film, it's a different approach compared to narrative filmmaking. Okay, so when I say narrative filmmaking, these are the films that you guys have seen in cinema, in the mainstream. These are the films, but in documentary film it's different because you have to be observant of what is really happening. You have to like take a look on the details. For example, this is the bigger picture. You're looking at the bigger picture. Now, for you to make a documentary film is you have to take a look on the details. By looking at that details, you're able to share a different story. Okay. Now, here's the thing: elements of filmmaking, and also you guys can also make this in your documentary films. Plot and script. Now, let's go with this one because in documentary film you don't really need a script, okay? But the thing is that not unless if you wanted to, like what you guys have seen in like pagsasadula, something like. But it's a totally different level because you have to like gather actors that okay you can make something, but it's going to be fun if you do something like that, but here's the thing about is plot. You can just, once you have a plot, actually you're good with that. If you have a story to follow, that's it. Okay, later I will give you some specific guidelines that you can follow as well along the line, so that you guys can at least have a guide of what you're going to do. Because I remember when I was college, I remember na we group pud mi ato, no, gigroup pud mi ato og kanang mga 7 ato mi ka group ato niya. Sila Julius, si Sir Julius kalaban na mo na. Kalaban na mo. So what happened is that share lang ko na yung box, ano lang, side segue lang sa ta. What happened is that um pika section man sila, there's like 2 sections man sa kay during that time gamay ra man pugod ang mga ang education nato. So sa especially sa sa secondary, there's like something, a rivalry between section nila Julius o section na mo. Okay? Now what happened is that ako na gusto kong, not necessarily nga murag rival sila, ako na gusto na kong patunayan ba, So, uh, okay, go, okay, go. Let's make it. The sad point is that sa grupo namo sa documentary film, ako lang isa ang nag-attend sa workshop nga gikandak sa school. Literally, ako lang gyud isa like kanang I know guys you can relate with this one. Na kanang nakay mga classmate niya toxic when it comes to a group project. Mulutaw lang og kanang ano, tingrado na. Hold on, someone's joining. Okay. Kanang mulutaw lang og tingrado na or mulutaw lang pag awards night na, and this is what happened, okay? During the shooting, um ako lang isa ay during the workshop, ako lang isa nag-join sa section na mo ha, sa section na mo. Ako lang isa nag-join. Come on. So what happened? Ako lang isa nag-join. So okay. Kay ingana man pugugol ka arisgada ba, you know? Ingana ko ka kanang ka arisgada bang mag-join jud ko bahala na kay. It's because gusto na discover lagi na ko ang passion ako sa filmmaking. Especially during that time, fan kay kog documentary, sige kog watch ng mga documentary sa Netflix o kanang mga documentary sa Eyewitness. Sa Reporter's Notebook, if you guys watch that, nasa Gmail na, nasa YouTube lang na. Sige, tanaw na. Ahan kay ko anang yan na. Kana ganing mga luoy-luoy gani kay nga mga no, kay worth makahilak po ka ba, you know? That's what I'm talking about here. Impact ba na makabuhat og this film that you made can make an impact to different people, you know? Ma-expose nimo ang ilahang ano ba, how they do it, you know, or kanang process nila ba or kanang emotional side nila yan na going back na atong sa workshop ko lang isa, and during that time I think November, December man na to, ting ulan, kusuking ulan na to, kusuking ulan. So buhat na mig documentary, ako lang isa, so wa man gyud magano, so I just ask this two classmates nako na kuyugan ko ka at least na ay mag ano sa ko ba, mag-assist ako but the process from gikan sa pag himo sa story until sa pag-edit, ako lang yung tanan. And maybe mao na ang na ano na ko ba, na practice na ko ba nga medyo dili ko ganahan nga side ba kay kana ganing medyo na ko problem when it comes to collaboration gani. But I want you guys, if naamoy mga group members na dinhi, I want you guys to collaborate. Now what I'm talking about collaborate is that in documentary filmmaking naatay ginatawag nga director, which is she this person will have the final say, okay, but not necessarily that this person would do the entire work, but I guess sometimes mo'y nagapahitabo not necessarily this sa atong workshop karon no, sa kining meeting nato karon, but the other aspect of our school. We have this leader, but at the end, siya na lang buot sanan. 'Di ba? Pangit kayo, pangit kayo. So I hope you guys can understand what I'm talking about here, since I have here 18, so yeah, something 17 people in this meeting. So I hope you guys getting a value what I'm talking about here. Okay. Stop na akong share sa akong screen, no? If you're getting value of you know, just thumbs up or I don't know, raise your hand, something like this, please, just to feel that I'm not alone here talking. Come on. Yeah, just raise your hand if you're getting something, if you're getting value of what I'm talking about. Yeah, yes, come on. So Julius, naminaw po ba na yung mga bataan eh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes, sir, Bo.
Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Maburo man ni siya. I'll just, doing the talking here para at least na may idea what are you guys going to do kung naanagid mo sa field ba no ga shoot na. So now let's go with sound, which is this is actually one thing that I want you guys to prioritize. One of the things that you have to consider the sound. Now what I'm talking here about sound is that kung kanaganing kung unsa ang makita sa screen is that should be the sound na madungog ba nga na gani, and it gives a different kind of feeling because that's one thing because if you watch a video dili nimo di ka magmatter sa quality sa video, but it's the sound, the audio. Okay, imagine you're watching quality kay nga video, nindot kay nga video, kung mahalo ng camera nga gamit, but the sound is not that good, so it's crap gyapon, wala gyapon siya. Okay, other thing is cinematography. When we say cinematography, these are the things that I want you guys to as well consider. Now, in cinematography, there's a certain guidelines as well that you can follow, but when it comes to documentary films, dili kay na siya gina-prioritize. It's because it's a documentary film, not unless kung narrative lagi siya na filmmaking, but okay, let's go with 3 types of document. Actually there's 6, but this types of documentary, these are the most popular and most used kinds of documentary. We have first observational, expository, and participatory. Okay, but the first thing is the observational. This is the kind of documentary that doesn't have any kind of narration, and doesn't have any kind of, what do you call this? It's literally observatory lang siya when it comes to this kind of type of documentary. Example for this is like you're doing there's like a kid nga moagtog eskwelahan, but this kid is need niyang motabok og lako kay nga sapa. Okay, and what you're going to do as a documentary filmmaker is i-follow lang nimo ang iyang daily living from A to B, observe lang nimo, tak? Without any narration, without imo lang siyang i-edit and then butangag music. Okay, that's it. That's observational, from the word itself. It's self-explanatory. Observational. Next is expository. Now this is the kind of or type of documentary na, for example, if I'm sure you guys watch Eyewitness, like Cara David. I know, I'm sure you guys know this person. That's the example of expository documentary film. Na ay host ba mag-follow along sa, let's go back with the kid, mag-follow along sa kid nga kailangan niyang agian from point A, from gikan silang balay padong sa eskwelahan. Unsa ding mga struggles, kailangan ba niyang magtiniil kay lapok ang dalan, so full of mud, kailangan ba niyang musakay pa og kana ganing gakit. I'm not sure if you know this, kanang gakit kanang bamboo ganing gi-file up para maging floating device, something na. So does the kid needs to do that, going from his house to school? Now what you're going to do is expository is there's a host, muingon ba nga, okay, what they mag-follow talong, but there's a host. Now the good thing about this is that there's someone that people would hold on ba, aside from the subject, which is the kid, and just someone that will explain this, something like that. It's actually much easier compared to observational. Though observational is it's easy as well because you have, but the thing is that the challenge there is you don't have someone to elaborate the story, you know, to make it like um para mas masabtan pa, easier to understand because it's observational. It's just exposing the life of the kid going from home to school. But in expository, you have someone to explain, oh, okay, this is what this kid does, and yeah, what will you have here, something like that, okay? Now, next is the participatory, which is, I'll make just as well a generic example. Investigador, if you guys watch Investigador or something, KMJS, actually, that's participatory. Now, what I mean is that, may mga pagsasadula ba? You know? Na mga kanang mga illustration or something that helps the viewer to understand what does the story all about. Okay? Now, the thing is that expository and participatory, you can do interview. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. You can do interview. You can do interview first. Actually, this is what actually I want you guys to do. Before going to make a documentary, what you need first is para, it's up to you, okay? But this is one option you guys can do. You can make interview first. Hold on. Inom lang. Interview ninyo una inyong subject. And yeah, interview after that. After ninyong ma-interview, nanamoy murag, this is the interview file. And that's the time that you guys can follow along. Let's go back with my example, sa kid. Pwede nyo interviewin una ang kid. And then maybe the parents, the mom and the dad, you can interview as well. And then based on that interview, you guys now can what call this? You guys now can follow along. And also mas nindot gani if na-interview ninyo ang bata na. And then pag mata sa buntag, let's say yan na mag-interview, what are the things that you going to do in the morning? So yan nga na magluto, baon, and that's your foundation na. You have already this foundation. So once you have this, you can just follow along the kid based on what he's telling, So, pag abot na ako, kailangan akong hubuon akong sapatos, tapos akong medyo tanggalon na ako, ganyan, musakay na ako sa ano. And, so, naa naman ka ato, so, pwede na to nimo, you can just follow the kid doing the thing, so that, sa filmmaking, natay ginatawag na A-roll and B-roll. Okay? Wait. A-roll and B-roll. Now, when I say A-roll, the A-roll that's the interview part. Now, it calls A-roll and B-roll because back in the days, back in 100 years ago, filmmaking, that literal pa na rolyo pa sa film ba. I hope no. I guess you guys wala na mo kaabot ang nga part, sa time during rolyo pa ang ginagamit. Okay, I'll stop sharing. I want you guys to use the chat. Okay, since na dili man tanan dire ka siguro guba ang microphone. I want you guys to use the chat here. I want you guys to put your age. Di pa man siguro issue sa inyo ang age, no? Mga bata pa man mo. So, come on. Just to feel nga nako yung mga kauban dire sa meeting. I'm not talking alone. So, butang sa chat, the chat's open. Just give me an idea of how you guys, how old you are. Ay na, wala kay Apple, Sir Julius, Kay Apple, kining mga student lang din niya. Okay, we have 18. Come on, everyone. Or if you can put as well, or the same year level lang ba ni tanan din niya, Sir Julius? Or na by first year, second year, third year, fourth year?
Different figures na, sir.
You know what? It's going to be a different experience if kana ganing face to face, since nagbalik naman ng face to face, no? It's siguro I do have this mga activities ba nga akong ibabuhat with, on the spot, at least nga you guys can practice what I'm talking about here. Okay. Nga rin ang feeling na mag-discuss ba, tas anyway. Okay. This part is the thing that I want you guys to remember. Oh. Now, when it comes to sa filmmaking, okay, documentary film, or kung saan na siya nga nga way of making video, na ay 3 parts na siya: pre-prod, production, and post-prod. But before I continue, I'd like you to, ako na i-share sa inyo ang story about the A-roll and B-roll, balikan lang natin na. The reason why I ask ages is because naabtan ako ang part yun nga, ang shift ba from film, literal nga film, into, digital. Currently, right now, digital naman yun. Everything's digital. If you want to record something, get your phone, record it. But I think that was mga 8 or 7 years old ko na every time na moag to may family outing something, ako mama mo palit gyud na dayon og kanang film, ako rin ang mag-take sa picture ba ana ana siya 30 man sa to 16 ka negative ba nga imong now the reason na nasulti na ako na, it's because A-roll, let's go back with A-roll and B-roll. Okay? Now, the A-roll, that's the interview part. Mo na'y maghatag sa inyo o context. Mo na'y maghatag sa inyo o ganing foundation gani sa story. Okay? And that's the time, mupasok na dayon tong mga pre-prod na to diriya. Okay? Flow of filmmaking. The flow. Pre-prod. Now, say pre-prod, this is the time that you prepare, from the word itself. Prepare. Pre-prod. What are these questions that you want to ask sa imong subject? Let's go back with the kid, You want to ask, okay, what's your name? All right, what's your name, your age, maybe, just the simple details, but you don't have to really dig deeper into that because we're going to focus sa story of that kid, but you just have to make name, age, background, anything that you want to ask, it's up to you guys. Now, next is the next question. What do you think is the next question is? Where do you live? But the process of asking in an interview is a different art po na siya, diba? It's a different totally approach. So that's the time, pasok kung, all right, who's the cinematographer? Who's the person who will hold the camera? And who's the person who will ask the question? Okay? This should be different person gyud, dili gid pwede na isa lang ka tawo ang buhat ani nga na ay mag-camera din niya. Nya share po yung mga utanas question. Dili siya nga naka-feasible, you know. But sometimes na tay mga group members nga as I, you know, na-share na ko earlier nga kanang wapake kini katawanan pa kay niya. Balikan lang nako tong during na sa time sa filmmaking, nag-shoot na, tulo lang mi kabuok. Kining duha pa gyud, napugos pa gyud ni kuyog sa kuha. Ning kuyog lang gini sila sa kuha kay kanang giingnan ako ba nga, kuyog mo ba kay mudaog lagi ta, nalagi tay award, kuyog mo ba? And you know, to tell you guys, ang team nila sa Julius, sila ang Hakot Award. Literally, Hakot Award sila because you know they did their best na teamwork. Tabangay sila in how to build a story. Naapod sila hawod nga narrator, you know. I remember that days. Nya ako lang isa gid ang resgada and these two people nga akong kauban og niyo sila ka-idea kung unsa ang buhaton because as I said ako ra isa ang nag-join sa workshop and also wag gid sila interest about you know filmmaking. It feels like you know I'm alone in the desert shouting and nobody wants to hear. Bring ana ang feeling. Okay? Now, much better. I'll share you guys the documentary film that I made years ago. Wait. I better share that here. Okay, hold on. I think this was 2017 or 18. Na, uwi na. So this is the very first video gid na nakahatag sa ko inspiration mo, may turning point. Okay? Hold on. Sergio, wala man sila, wala man may mga klase, no? Or do we have to you know, kay basig natay time nga giapasan niya ba? Kay basig na may klase, something. Can someone tell me? Hello, people.
Speaking for our section, sir, we don't have, but I don't know with others because we are actually came from different year level. But for
Okay.
me, as a BSS 3, we don't have class as of now, and at the rest of the hours.
Okay, perfect. Because I'll be showing you some of my previous work during my college days. You know, it's a 10-minute. This is the very first. Okay, the first video, the documentary film I made. Okay, so I'll share my screen. Hold on. And I was just using Digicam. And, you know, I mentioned earlier Digicam. But in case of you guys, if you have a phone, that's it. Okay, we'll talk about gears later. Okay, how are we going to make it with this limited, you know, gadgets that you guys have or gears equipment that you guys have? It's like you can still make it. Okay, even though that's the limitation that we have right now. I do understand because that's my, you know, that's where I came from before. Hold on. Yeah, I remember the title, Educators Congress na siya. Alright? Educators Congress na siya naman. And, so Julius, if you have, do you have the copy of the documentary film na inyong gibuhat years ago?
Nakay Ma'am Cobello. Wala ko'y copy ato.
Oh, that should be uploaded on YouTube. Anyway,
Pero mo
okay.
kay mura sa FB ata. Ay sa YouTube.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, here's the Anyway, just to give you a context, this kind of documentary film, this is Observatory, okay? And the video, the film that Sir Julius made with his team, that's the expository. Okay, hold on. Pila pa halinon niyo anit eh? 4 ra kilo ng kadaba.
Wala doon! Eh, may balik kinamot! Oo.
Nana dito tanan wala pa. Wala pa yung wala pa. Wala pa matimbang. Ayo. Okay. All right, that's the very first feeling nostalgic. Nostalgic I'm feeling, guys. Oh my god. Was like years ago. Hold on. Ano years ano? 2017, 18, 19. Almost 5 years ago na. Anyway, nostalgic because there's a lot of things I should done that and I shouldn't. Anyway, that's one example of observatory na what I did is just like literally follow lang ako all along the process of getting that. I believe, yeah, I know you guys have that the same siguro observation kay kitang tanang gikan man tas local naman tas tropical region and that's how we do things, that's observatory. Now here's another one. During this was like summer camp ni siya. Volunteers, YouTube volunteers as well. And as you guys know, that kid, that's ako ng manghod. Instantly gid ako manghod dayon ang actor pag na ako yung mga kanaganing mga imagination, something, mga creative thing gusto na akong buhaton and then I don't have people or so that's why ako manghod gid dayon ang kanang madali-dali na ako, Anyway, now I have another one. This is what we call now the expository. All right? Something like ang participatory lang man yung type of documentary film. That's the time you can make narration. Purely narration lang siya. Okay? Now, in the hold on. Where is it? Ang expository naman, that's the time you can combine actually expository and participatory na in a way na naka-interview and then pag napog ka interview naapog kay pwede po ka pagsasaladula but it's a different level po or pwede pong narration lang, purely entirely narration lang siya, pwede po nimo nang buhaton. All right? Okay, now this one I'll show you how nako gibuhat ang expository na approach. Okay, hold on. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me pause here for some time. Now, this is what I'm talking earlier about sound. The sound that you're hearing right now, that's actually not the sound nga gikan gyud sa video, no? The moment na pag-record ako sa video, it's a different sound. Though nag-video ko na murag gigamit lang akong video man, gi-record lang nako ang mga bata nga samtang nagbasa sila, nag-practice sila basa. And yeah.
Why? Banana. Red. Boy.
Ako si Maria Rizal Alcomperada, usa ka SBB volunteer. So sa akong pag-volunteer no, kanang maingon jud ako nga dili siya lalim kay aside nga na-assign mi sa layo kaayo nga barangay, pinakalayo nga barangay nga sakop sa Moncayo o sakop sa province sa Compostela Valley. So maingon na mo nga dili sa Awaw, medyo improve naman siya nga barangay kay sementado pero ang mga bata man gud is need nila ang attention.
My name is... Okay, what's your name? Okay, nagkailan naman tayo kang kuya, ate, kang nailan mo na mo. Okay? SBB clap para sa tuwang tanan, okay? Walang marunong? Okay, one, two, go. SBB clap! Okay, balik, naman, tama!
Alive!
Isip ko sa baby volunteer na nakita dyan na mo nga bata is na sila yung potential. Ang kulang lang nila is ang pagmatur, ang pagmatipan nila, aron ang ilang potential is ma-well developed. So ang amo nakita karon asa ako ang side, lipay kaayo mi nga kana nakita na namo ang improvement kay naanay mga bata nga kamaon gyud sila mubasa, maka-recognize na sila letters and sounds, and also pagpabasahon silang mga 5 letters, kaya na nila i-pronounce in correct pronunciation o ma-recognize na jud nila. So para sa amo is happy kaayo mi kay wala na sayang ang among effort o ang among hago nga tudloan jud sila kay ang kulang lang man jud sa ilahi is ang atiman kay para ma-develop pa jud ang ilahang potentials in reading because ang mga bata man jud is naa sila karapatan nga makabalong mubasa. Happy gihapon and half kay nakita man mo nga naayos sila improvement, makabasa na gyud sila, labo na ka nang magpa-games mi nga magpa-utter sa ila og sounds, ipa-recognize sa ila ang letters kanang makita na mo nga bisag dugay nila ma-pronounce or ma-utter sa ilang baba, nakita na mo nga ila jud gihuna-huna ang katong mga bagay nga ilang gitandaan nga among gitudlo, and then after ana is ilahan ng ma-utter. So para sa amo is lami kay sa feeling na kay isa ka bata nga imuha nang ginahinay-hinay og change iyahang future, imong ginahinay-hinay develop iyang potentials in reading, iyahang ability in reading. Tapos makita na mo nga kani nga bata is naningkamot po siya para po sa iyang future.
Nagkasalong.
Salo mo na, nakanan mo nagsalo mo. Ano nagsalo mo? Ano nagsalo mo? Nagsalo mo. Ano? Ano nagkakilid na? Balik naman. Saan sa? Ram! Okay.
Saya ba kami? Yan, tututunin. Kaya ito na mga bidero.
Na-feel na ko ang spirit of volunteerism kay nga na-meet na ko ang mga estudyante nga sa Manila kay first day na mo nakita na mo tong mga bata nga kanang mga wala jud kaayo sila wala sila ka even pag recognize sa letter A wala sila ka recognize pag sound out. So the days nga amo silang ginakauban, amo silang ginatudluan is nakita na mo nga naa silang improvements pa.
Thank you. The Father, the Son,
bisag ahi kay silang ulo ang gyapon silang ginasabot despite sa ilang kagahig ulo unya naman puy times nga makipag-cooperate sila labunag ka nang amo silang motivate, awarding, giving of stars, ma-motivate ang ilahang self ba so maningkamot po sila. Feeds. Feeds. Kami na ako. Feeds. Ay, butay. Feeds. Murag ang 15 days para kung ato yung tanawon is di lang yun siya enough. Pero tungod sa among pagpaningkamot o sa among coordination with the province, ang ilang suporta financially, ang support sa pagkaon sa mga bata, nakita ginamo agi iman ni. So, naningkamot mi nga within 15 days, makita na mo nga naa improvement. Kailangan nimo ang taas nga pasensya, ang pagsabot sa ilaha nga kanagong bisag lagot na kay kalami na kayo ipangmus pero dili nimo pwede buhaton kay bata sila, dili sila pwede pasakitan, asad nga nailo nga nagaprotect sa ila.
Very good. Kasi sa pindog lang pa ko.
Ako si Jaya Bless Bragat Cadenas, usa ka SPP volunteer diri sa Awaw. Unang adlaw sa akong pagtudlo wala ko na-expect nga makasugat kong ADHD nga bata nga lisod kay i-handle pero kaluyan sa Ginoo nga sa 15 days na mga nagubang nabot siya tunan bahala gamay lang. Two, jump. Pag-identify sa mga letters, sa sound, nalipay ko nga naabot ko diri sa Awaw ug nahimo kong SBB volunteer kay naka-experience ko og mga different nga characteristics sa mga bata. Lisod gyud ay siya i-handle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Maranita. Maranita, Maranita, Maranita. Kata! Umata ka na tulog! Umata ka na tulog! Para maraming bata makalitin.
And I am so grateful nga sa 15 days na sila natunan ug nay nag-develop sa ilaha.
Parehas sila hindi mama, pero ang iyang first ang laki. Okay, paminaw ha?
Na-learn ako sa pagtulo sa diri sa or pag-volunteer diri sa Awaw, more patience, be creative, and then be energetic. Kaya mga bata, uluya po sila. Since uwi ang ati man ta, ilet lang ang mga bata mag-lunch sa imuha.
Tanan ang damgon mulupad ang langit kabuton magtula sa panganod kauban ka yun na ang imong pagkunin o Diyosa
Ang ako lang ginaguna is manghud namo ni sila nga kailangan namo sila tudluan kay para pod nga na sila makit ang kahayag sa ilang future.
salig lang itagyod ka biyaan mulupad na tangduha hangtod kong hain tadalha ang lihi ang imong panguna-una mga panggandoy ta kaputo
All right. Well, yeah. Anyway, that's it. Okay. Now, that's expository. What I did is interview una. It's not necessarily nga interview gid ang unahon, but what I did there is Gi-interview lang na ako. Actually, I'm one of them nga nag-volunteer, you know. Maybe that this time now, dagko na ng mga bata karon. But during that time, volunteer me, and then what I did is gi-interview lang na ako. Now, if you notice, nanay mga cut, wala na ako gi-appeal obviously akong ano, ang mga akong tingog kay ano man gud na siya. Let's say for example, I'll throw a question. Now, that simple question kay mag-lead naman na into, you know, something more story to tell. I-cut lang na ko na siya, as you can see there na nakoy pinakala na remember na ako dahil na last question ako is unsay mga na-learn nimo sa pag-volunteer din hiya sa summer sa reading camp ana. And then mo to gi-cut lang ako, and then mo na siya. Now, the thing here is that when it comes to, you know, asking question, the question should not be answerable by yes or no. Obviously, di ba? Kaya kung answer kung yes or no lang itubag sa imuhang subject, wa kay ma-create nga story, di ba? So the question should be open-ended. Na unsay na learn nimo. Okay, di ba? That should dili man na siya ma yes or no nga answer. Okay? So it's up to you guys kung saan ninyo pagbuhat ng question, open-ended siya. Because kung open-ended man na siya, mag-lead na siya into different, you know, layer ba sa story gani. And by that time, na nakay foundation. So kung na nakay foundation, pwede na kang magkuha na sa mga B-rolls. That's your A-roll. Okay? Now, kung B-roll mo na itong imong everyday life niyang ginabuhat. Okay? Kung participatory, that's the time kung gusto nimo nga ka nang mag-join dito, magkuyog ka as mag-act as a host, pwede. But for me, nga ka nang murag mas feel gina ko nga ka na ganing let them be gani in that situation para ma-feel gid nila ilang moment niya kung mag-watch ka. Wala ko da ba niya. Lisod po kayo kung mag-act as host ba yan. So it's up to you if namoy member nga kanang arisgada kayo nga gusto nga ako mag-host ako magana. Yeah, that's actually good, you know. Now, when it comes to title, my process is this. Una ginakubuhat ang output gani. Unya along the editing na sa shooting or something, dira man ako na ma-find out na kung unsa ang title. Now, katong last documentary na Ate Kuya Salamat, na-come up na nga title, it's because sa bata gyud after sa reading camp, katong pinakalas nga bata nga nagbabay, he said, ate, nag-hug siya sa mua, and then he said, ate, kuya, salamat. Actually, ang gusto na akong tila, ate, kuya, salamat, makabasa na ko. But that's too long, but that's the exact sentence gud nga gisulti sa bata. And it's heartwarming kaya ba? Kana ganing at the end makabasa na siya. Literally makabasa na siya, at least na maka sound out na siya sa letters. Kay during I remember the first day na ay bata dito nga ang pagbasa niya sa A kay numbers, like ang A kay 1, ang B kay 2, ang C kay 3, and so on and so forth. Ingana niya basahon ingana siya magbasa 1, 2, 3, mura siya gakuding. Ingana siya at the end, but that's a different kid. Now, dito na ko nakuha, okay, that's a very good title. Ate, kuya, salamat. Again lang ako napay makabasa na ako, di ba? That's how I made my title. Now, katong sa first one, kay mura siya aeroplano sa bukid, it's a metaphor of, you know, aeroplano sa bukid. It's Skylab, you know. I know you guys know Skylab. So mudra na ko gikuha pod. Pero naisip po na ko na siya, ang process po nato, before pa na ko gi-shoot ang documentary film, na ko'y title in mind nga aeroplano sa bukid. So sometimes ingana po siya. Okay. So kung ang process po, kung na kay title daan sa imong utok, magtuyo po dito ang imong story. Though mo nang sometimes panagsala na akong depends na lang kung naa ko'y title na in mind. Pero pag wala, mas ganahan ko kay at least at least I'm free to explore, and then at the end of the output, that's a time na nga isipon ako ang title. Okay? Before we go to our Q&A, ako lang tumanon ang workflow sa ano naman to eh. Okay, here. Okay, pre-prod. Now in pre-prod, you can actually make a shot list. Okay? Now, what do you mean by shot list? Mo ni siya ang mga specific nga shot nga gusto nimong makuha after sa interview, after nimo sa A-roll. So, after nimo sa interview, okay, naghisgot ang bata dinhi o pagmata niya sa buntag kay moinom siya og kape or gatas ba. Okay, so that's shot number 1. Moinom ang bata og kape. Okay, now murag i-bullet lang nimo number 1 mo nga shot, number 2 kay magbaktas na siya padulong sa eskwelahan. Na shot number 2. So nana kay shot number 2. Suwat nimo. It's very important pod labi na kung dili ikaw ang editor, na kay lahi nga tao for the editor part, no? So kung na kay laing tao for the editor, that's very important ka at least na kay shot list nga sundon. Okay? So kung let's say shot number 3, diri ana niya hubuon ng sapatos para kanang nayo kay mga pointers mga gusto nimo ma-emphasize because that will give a different layer sa entirety sa film, you know? So, okay, shot number 3 kay naay maghubo siya sa sapatos. Isod niya ang sapatos sa silupin. Shot number 4, so and so forth. Ngana na siya. Okay? That's after nimo ma-interview kung kinsa mang subject nimo, kung gusto nimo ang bata, ma-interview nimo ang bata. Kunya, based yung ipang story rito, nga. Okay? Na mag-trigger po na siya, tungod kay interview nimo siya sa mga open-ended questions. So in that time, okay nga. Nana ka shot list. That's pre-prod. Okay? Shot listing. I always ginako na siyang ginabuhat ang shot listing. Every time kay nga project, even dili lang documentary film. Kay currently right now nanamo ko sa events like birthday, kasal, mga corporate videos. Pag new gay na sa ko ang butang, let's say na karon kay mga birthday, murag di na kay ko ga shot list kay kanang kabalo na ko sa flow sa program, kanang blowing of cake, ingana gay so wala na kay ko shot list. Pero pag nagay ko event na kanang very something new kay sa kuha, so dapat mo pasok ng pre-production part na ako. Ga shot list ko. What are the things that I need? What are the shots that I need to, to have para at least sa editing part, which is that's why we talk about post-prod. That's the editing part. Okay? Post-prod. In production part, as the word explains itself, in production part, that's the shooting part. This is the very, enjoy kind of part sa process. You go ahead and you shoot based on the pre-prod. Now, you don't need to really limit yourself of what you have in shot list because as long as your shot list is done, let's say for example, you have the shot number 1 of the kid waking up in the morning, check. Now, that's the time that you can explore of how are you going to shot this in a different way, in a creative way. Aside from having those mga composition rules, because wala akong ma-share day. Aside from teaching sa mga bata, nagatudlo pud ko kanang video editing ba, kanang videography god sa mga sa mga kapwa mga action mix na mga Indian, Pakistani, basta mixed nationality, gatudlo ko kanang mura siyag NC2 ba. Kung sa Philippines pa NC2, diri kay ang tawag diri kay murag short course lang man siya, good for 3 months. So that's why gatudlo po nga na every Saturday. So that's why ang always gina-emphasize ako mga naging student na ako. You make a shot list. After you successfully shot your shot list, that's the time you can explore how are you going to shot this in a creative way. And there's tons of composition rules. When I say composition rules, these are like rule of thirds. How are you going to frame your subject in the frame? But that's totally detailed level na, no? And another thing, let's go to production side. Now there are since this is a documentary film, so you just have to follow your shot list, and then after that, dili nimo ma-predict, so you just have to be ready because basta na pag-agto ninyo dito sa inyong subject, okay? Ang subject niyo, diba? At ang sample sa bata. Pag-agto na ko sa subject dito kay absent day siya. Gikalintura day siya. So that's a different thing na pod, di ba? Hala, oh my God, gikalintura day akong subject. Gi-COVID day, si Mako. Gi-COVID day. So, karon it's either ipadayon ba ni mong shoot na it's going to be mag-change na ba ang flow sa story kay this is going to be the story of a kid infected by COVID, but you know, different na pod. So, di ka maka-expect kay documentary man siya, you just have to document and find a way. Dili naman unlike sa narrative filmmaking nga kanang you have a script, you have actors ready, memorize the script. That's a different thing, di ba? But in documentary, everything's unexpected. So you just have to hope na, okay, everything's good, everything's going to plan. But also, it's very interesting if you have the subject nga, nakapaday kanang levels lang, layers lang story nga, lahi. And that would make your documentary unique. You know? Nga basin di ay ka ng pagmata sa bata kay before siya mo eskwela is kailangan pa niyang mamaligya og gulay, di ba? Na kailangan niya mumata 3 AM sa kadlawon para mamaligya gulay para na siya baunon, para na siya kaunon. You see? So that's a different thing. Kay mahatag ni mo lahi nga layer, not just a normal kid nga pagmata sa buntag mukaon, di ba? So, mamaligya pa rin siya gulay o kailangan pa niyang magluto kay ang iyang mama ug papa dili na makaluto kay moadto na sa bukid, unsa na ba magtrabaho na sa bukid. So the kid should, you know, take care na lang sa iyang kaugalingon. So yeah, that's a production side sa documentary film. Di mo ma-expect what would happen. Sometimes kanin nako yung mga friends sa naka-join ako workshop sa ganing sa Davao na may workshop, I think 2019 na workshop sa Davao conducted sa GMA. Documentary film po to siya nga ng workshop na ingon ganito ni dito na sa speaker na sometimes though sometimes more siya bad pero sometimes hope sila nga kanang day na something may tabo para ma-document nila murag ano kayo ba nga something nga kanang unta ngani nga na para at least, you know. But that's a different thing. You guys are just starting up, so and also kanang ano raman po ni mura po kanang school project na. So yeah. Now next is the post prod. Now can you guys tell me if kinsay na ay laptop din hiya nga magamit mag-edit or phone? Can you guys use the chat and tell me if unsay available? This is the time na, you know, this is what I'm talking about equipment, what gears that you have, and you just have to, you know, focus on the things that you have right now. Okay, so si Joel has laptop. Okay, phone, it's totally fine because I'm going to suggest you guys now editing software or apps nga free. And also if maybe na mo kabalo na mo na may software ba nga ginagamit, that's fine as well. Okay. Now, for those peeps who have a laptop, ang ginagamit na akong mag-edit is ang Resolve, DaVinci Resolve. Okay, it's a free software. Hold on, I'll share my screen now. DaVinci. No, not the correct. Here's one. Okay. Kini nga editor mo ni ginagamit sa Hollywood mag-edit now. You can just go to this website, click this download, and then you choose ayun yung studio version kay mo ni paid nga version kining pili lang ka kung sa nga okay, I'll send the link here. You guys can go. Now, another one pod is if sa app is ang ginagamit nako before, KineMaster. KineMaster. You can just go on Play Store, search there, or App Store, search there KineMaster. It's actually that's a paid app pero free po siya. Na ang paid lang is katong na mga transitions and other effects nga. Usually sa documentary film, you don't need that. What you need is a concrete story. Dili tong mga fancy transitions, fancy nga mga editing software. Okay? Now, let's go with our Q&A. I think that's it. Let's go with our Q&A. Anything you have a question in mind? Sir, Julius? Any questions?
Anyone?
Yeah, just go put it on the chat inbox kung na may mga question. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's go, Joel.
Yeah, good afternoon. Just wanted to ask if how are you going, like putting yourself on your own perspective, how are you going to like select the best topic to to document?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Subject. What talking here is subject for our film, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Now, the thing is that you guys need to be observant, okay? Because everything can be, documented as a film, documentary film. What you have to do is you have to look for a different perspective ba, na detail gani siya. Pag, for example, pag mata ni mo sa buntag, gawas ka, baglingin mo, everything is a word story to tell. For example, ako, pag mata na ko sa buntag, there's the way ha, pag mata na ko sa buntag din hiya, wag do ko dira sa muna agto na ko, magto na ko eskwelahan, kay walking distance lang man ang eskwelahan. Pag mata na ko sa buntag, everyday na akong makita ang cleaner gyud nga magkaon dira sa magkaon sa likod sa kanang bus stop, likod sa bus stop, magkaon na siya. Og naa niya nagi na siya tea, ang kanang ang pan kay ginatuslok niya sa tea. Kaon. Boom, story. So you can just ask, okay? Dito na mogsugod ay ang set of interview kung unsa. Now another thing pod, kung patay pag just like you have to observe lang yun what are these people nga gasurround sa imo. Kung unsay ilang pwede gini mong maghimong subject ang imong friend. Unsay something nga different sa iya story. Na siya something story to tell, maybe naa siya kaila nga inganin hitabo. So pero before anything else, naagitay ginatawag diri nga kanang agreement ba. What you say agreement is that if ang subject naa ba siya mga limitation, bas di na ko gusto na i-share na ako ng part, it's because it's something very personal. Okay, so you have to consider that one as well. I hope na natubag na ko yung pangutana, Joel.
Yeah, that's very well said, sir. Thank you.
Okay, just to sum it up, to answer that question, you have to really observant. Because even if pag agto mo sa school, kung sa'yo mo makita, mga classmate, mga people, okay, these people have different, kadug mo ng quote nga, every person is a story, na is something story to tell. Now, the art there is, what are you going to do para magawas niya na ba? And that's, dito mo pasok ang katong mga open-ended questions na to para mapagawas niya ang iyahang story. Okay, any questions pa? I saw someone, sige, go. Pwede, sir, pwede mag. You just have to observant sa mga nakita nimo sa palibot. Now, para mahingon ni siyang unique, it's because kuan man ni siya kanang educators congress man ni siya. Just make sure nga ang story nimo pwede nimo siyang outside sa school, kanang the usual ba nga dili ganing makita para na kay something mahatag sa audience. O pwede pong inside the school, kinsa mga tao din nga na-struggle sa school, pero that's a different level, po. So yeah, you can just put your chat or use your microphone. Go ahead.
Bulacan niya.
Yeah, maybe nag-type pa siguro ni siya. Sige, Bulacan niya. Anyone?
Okay na sir, natubag niya ang question sir. Katong question si samo po tatong question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, mao magid na. Always magid. Even if kanang kailangan nimong observant gid ba kung unsa imong makita ganis palibot. And kanang kung sa Bisaya pa kailangan nimong maging himantayan ba dili mo pasok imong pagka marites. Padre mo pasok imong pagka marites. Himantay ka sa mga tao sa palibot. Kung unsa ilahang mga Any questions? Go. Let's. We still have. I'll give you 5 more minutes. Kinabo ko ilakaw after this. So let's have maybe 5 to 10 minutes for the Q&A.
Anyone? Wala na ipangutana? Rona? Ron?
Sir, wala ko'y question.
Ay sir, pwede ba mag-ask?
Go.
Basta ko sir, okay nang gamiton ng CapCut, Elite, o BCS o editor. Mo na ko nung ginagamit usually ng editor.
Yeah. I forgot. Mao man yung sikat nga editor day karon. Yes. Any editor imong gamiton as long as kanang the important part. What?
Okay lang ko basta mo nung ginagamit ko comfortable mo gamit ato sa ban editor.
Yeah. That's what I mentioned earlier. Kung na kay edit, kung kabalo na ka mo edit, CapCut ba or sa patong VN, mo man yung mga sikat nga editor karon. Kung unsa man ginagamit nga editor, stick with it. Okay? Kay naman tani pa being comfortable naman kita with that question, gusto na ko na i-share sa inyo ang technique nga always akong ginagamit para at least always mag-look siyang professional something para maka-add siya og kanang layer gani sa story. Right, hold on. Any editor nga ganang before I'm using Power Director, if you guys nadungog na ninyo na nga editor, I'm using that editor nga the only thing nga mabuhat niya is to cut ang clip, i-cut niya ang clip. I-off na ako ng background bigay. Makita ang kamo. Alright, perfect. So, the only thing ang editor mabuhat is isang ka-clip, makat, niya butangan og music. That's it. Okay? Pero na ako editor pero during that time sa pag-usay mga editor magamit nimo ni technique sa editing, share na ako ha. I think I used that here. Any questions? You can put it sa chat inbox. Okay. This one. Makita ba akong screen? Yeah. Makita. Okay. Now, whatever software may mo ginagamit sa pag-edit, kining duha ka technique sa cutting gyud is dugay na gina-apply na ginako na siya every time. Okay? Ang L-cut o ang J-cut. What you have here, nag-lag siya. It's meant. Okay, now here. Pini, akong lahing color ha. Mo ni akong B-roll. Okay, here. Nadungog ninyo siya ang nag-istorya. For Pero ang nakita ninyo kini mo na yung B-roll. Okay? So you can also do that. Interview, interview, and then dito na yung ipatong para dili magmukhang boring ang inyong isa clip ba nga interview lang. So dito na pwede siya ipatong. Dira, see? This is baby shower ni siya sa ano. You see? Ginapatungan ako siya. Here na po. Now, this is what I mean sa buhat man ako na siya dali, ha? Ang J katugal cut. I think here, this one. Perfect, here. Okay. Kining green diri amo na itang nato nga. That's J cut. What I mean is that this is the clip, mo ni ang nakita. Now, nadungog ninyo una ang ginastorya sa subject. You see? You see? That's J cut. Now, the purpose is that to introduce, kung i-introduce nimo una ang imong subject by audio before having her sa screen. Okay? Kaya it's going to be different kung ako ni adjust diri ana na siya bundak ang cut. Okay? Now, whatever editor you have, you can do this. Okay? J cut. Now, L cut naman. Okay, wala na ako gibot. Pero pwede na to siyang kini, let's say this one i-insert na ko ni dinhi. That one. Now, that's what we call L. Ito na yung music. Okay, yeah, here.
Every single day of your life.
Now, wala na ko gibuhat dira, it's because dili man siya connected. Be careful as well pod kung mag J cut o L cut ka. Kung dapat medyo kanang connected, the connection between the audio o sa nakita sa screen. Okay? So like for example, you interview the kid, I'm waking up in the morning, something like that, like that. So ang imong B-roll, which is ang katong imong madungog nila diri nag-istorya siya. Nag-istorya ang bata din hiya, madungog po nimo nga makita nimo nga okay, this is what he do. So in that way matagan nimo lahi nga layer gani. Dili lang siya kanang flat lang gani kay nga dag. That's another thing as well that you can consider sa editing apart. So wala na limitation, whatever if phone man, laptop yung gamiton, you can apply that technique. J and L cut. I hope na-gets niyo akong ginapasa. Any questions pa?
Para wala na ata ba?
Okay, perfect. I think that's it. And so far now, yeah. Well, anyway, if you guys have a question kung unsaon ninyo pag-build ang iyong interview questions, you can just always message me sa Facebook. If unsa nyo makita dala sa screen nga pangalan na ako, just search it sa Facebook. That's my name in Facebook as well. Okay? Anything from you, Sir Julius?
Just wanna give you a certificate of recognition. Pero wa pa na siya na permahan servo ha.
It's fine.
Isa, let me share
Digital lang na, of course. Inigmaka ulit na lang siguro ko yata.
Yeah.
I hope one day nga kanang makaagto ko sa school ba no?
Sir Rona?
Right, maayong hapon. Good afternoon, everyone. Madungog ko.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
loud and clear.
All right, I just want to present the certificate of recognition to our research speaker for this after the course. Thank you so much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for attending this year's documentary film workshop. And without further ado, let me read to you the citation. Legacy College of Compostela, Quality Education Within Reach, Daguhoy Street, Poblacion, Compostela, Davao de Oro Province. Association of Dedicated Future Educator per Professional Teaching, certificate of recognition is given to and grateful recognition for his valuable contribution as a speaker extended to the Association of Dedicated Future Educators for Professional Teachers or ADEP for impairing his valuable insights and inspiration in making documentary film. Given this 21st day of October 2022 at LCC Annex Campus Compostela, Davao de Oro. Signed, ADEPT Coordinator Julius I. San Juan LPT. Signed, ADEPT President Ronaldo Jr. C. Bunalos. Signed, Dean of Education Lilian C. Calicdan EDD. Certificate of recognition is given to Cromwell Ken P. Ebo. Let's give a big round of applause, please.
Yay.
All right, thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Sir Boo.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. So any questions, you can just always message me sa ano no, sa ako ang messenger. Active and
Free consultation ba, sir?
yeah, yeah, you can. Pwede kayo. Just give me a message kung especially sa question nga part, sa interview nga part, kung gusto ninyong ingatong approach. Or else, pwede po ninyong, observatory lang. Nga na po, pwede po. Okay, I think that's it.
Thank you, Sir Boo.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Bye, everyone.
Thank you
Goodbye.
so
Thank you,
much.
thank you,
Take
thank you, thank
care.
you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you sa mga
Bye,
nag-apply.
sir.